Heyo and a warm welcome to Fairville. Now this is an amazing park. I can't wait to get into this as I've seen this on the workshop maybe a couple of months ago now, and it's been one of those parks which has been updated as the progression went on, and I can't wait to show it to you today because it's such a weird kind of park. It's so small and I love the details that's been packed into such a small area. And you can also see that it's been given its own biome, so you can really place this park somewhere in the world. So it's called Fairville, and it's now finally completed by the creator Sneak Tags. Goes by the real name of Hayden Spiller on the YouTube. He contacted me on YouTube, said, would you like to review this park? And I jumped at the opportunity because I've seen all of the different blueprints around the workshop and the park files. I just couldn't wait to get into it. So Sneak Tags says that after too long of a wait, I can finally say Fairville is complete. Enjoy the wild thrills of various flat rides and go for a drop on Riptide, the main attraction of the park. Be sure to take a walk in Plipcam mode and don't forget to come back at night. If you do want to make your own mini park, this map can be found on my workshop portfolio, which I will show you a bit later. And as always, drop a like below if you enjoy the park on that Xbox Frontier Workshop creation. So thank you very much for joining me. Make sure you stick around for some amazing thrills in this video. There's really nice and beautiful layout of a coaster just around here, and just in the corner of this park, I'd say the main attraction, and some of the flat rides are themed so well. So we're going to head through the gates of this park. We've had a look at the biome. We'll have a look a bit later about it, but you can see we've got stewards and everyone all around the ticket booths. I like how you've raised the glass so there's space for hands to go underneath and place the tickets. I have noticed that workshop creations have been used. For example, these are mine, these souvenirs. What I would say, just sink those down a bit. I intend them to be like wheels, those icing pieces, instead of stands, so just put them down a bit more. Same with the t-shirt. I've used a rail, just use that as the stand. Just sink them all down a bit more. You've done the postcard one perfectly. But just looking at that building which they're enclosed in, what a brilliant building. Even underneath the roof, there's the beams that are, holding it all up. The realism's perfect around there, which I really love. And then you've got the toilet building there. I like how you don't just walk straight into the toilet. You go into an alcove before going into the toilet. So that's always nice to see, so you don't see people going into just a cave of a toilet. So we've got Orbit around here. I like that sign. Just using the vintage font there that we got in that DLC. It's always nice to see lots of people are putting names to their rides now, doing custom fonts. It's really one of my favourite things to do around the park, around the game really, certainly in my parks. We've got some brilliant theming around here, and certainly you can hear. I'm going to try and leave as much as I can of the audio in this video, as what I think the engineers, the sound engineers at Planet Coaster, we already know from the PC version when we watched all the videos anticipating this, that they've done such a good job. And you can just listen all of the different sounds, and as you get closer to things, things drown out. And certainly when we take a look around the park a bit further away later on at night time, you'll see just what I mean. But I'll try leave as much of the audio in. We've just had a little ride there on the flat ride, Orbit, and we're just going to head around now to have a look at some of the shops. These are by the entrance, and just look at the detail atop of here. So you've got all the different trims, fences turned upside down like they were on the entrance building. Really nice, kind of spooky use of that DLC. On the side, a bit to be desired with maybe a sign and kind of clipping issues, but that's fine. And you've got the Orbit ride there. I think that statue might be from Wolfgang Heights by Shapstick, I'm pretty sure, but correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, it's a really nice kind of area. This, it's kind of tranquil. You can have a look at the rides, see everyone being sick on that ride, and you're just sat down on this bench alongside all the foliage, which is very realistic. You've got realistic foliage, which isn't all too pruned and everything. It's all perfect. And then another thing I noticed was just the fences. They're all custom, really well done with the planks, the beams. I think there might be the Ghostbusters or spooky kind of beams atop of there. And you've got this canopy as well, this kind of trellis, which you could put some kind of vines on or something. But I do like how it's kept open, which is really nice. And we are going to take a ride on this flat ride. One thing I did notice is, the near misses that this gets. I can't believe how close it gets to the ride operation booth, but it's all cool. It's completely fine. There doesn't seem to be much clipping through it. But yeah, I really like that feature in this park, how you got some quite near misses, as obviously it's quite a small park and you need to fit it all in. One thing I did notice when I was recording this video, Orbit, you can see the sign for that ride. It would be cool maybe if you turn that upside down, so when you're orbiting around on this ride, you can see that writing the right way up, which might be a cool touch. So we're going to follow this guy around here and we'll have a look just at this kind of plaza area, which we have been in already, but we didn't touch on the popcorn machine. I'm not too sure which is workshop and which is not. I would suspect maybe that is a workshop item. I'm sorry if it is yours, but I've noticed some workshop items in here. So here's the chair swings. Why would we not take a ride on here? I love the music to this one. It might be a bit choppy with all my editing, so I wanted to give you some perspectives of this. But I really like the queue line, the colour scheme. It's all done perfectly well, and the vibe of this park, it all kind of encloses into this kind of epicenter, all in the middle here. The big chair swings, they arch over everything in the park, and I just really love this park. The realism involved, and how you packed everything into such a small space, and also the pathing that you've used. It's a real kind of PC kind of standard build, this. You got everything on the floor that blocks out all of the different pathing, so you don't have different grass patches. We've also got some souvenirs and everything that you can win from the basketball game. I like that different kind of thing there. I'm not too sure. Again, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your work, but I'm not too sure whose work. But really well put together. So you've got this is the Riptide ride. I'm not too sure if this has been used as a blueprint off the workshop for someone else before. So you can see brilliantly done with the queue line, with the actual traffic poles. I would say that it would be nice if you had a fence just up this pathway, so you can't jump down into the bushes, as it does get to quite a big drop at the top. Nicely lit in here, you can see the lighting. The test ratings, we've got 5 Gs of vertical G-force by the looks of it, which is okay. We're all good there. It's not the lowest. It would be nicer to have it a bit lower, but it's all right for Planet Coaster, I think. So we're going to head up the lift hill. I really love this coaster layout. I'm not too sure if there's clip in between the heads because it's such a compact layout, but I just love how it's put together. And you know, these kind of coasters, they're kind of one of my favourite kind of coasters. You know, how they're so compact, you can get so many inversions into a short space of time, and these rolls just over the top look really cool. I think Immelman, that's how you say it, and dive loops all the way around, and then you hit a nice block section just around here, and that's the brakes. Because obviously there's 2 rides, 2 carts on this coaster, which is a nice touch, as sometimes it's difficult to, you know, get it all together and working perfectly. So just touching on the lighting then, at night time you can see really nice rainbow lighting on that Riptide coaster. You've also got a kind of backstage area, which is kind of lit up by the street lamps of the other side of the park. I can almost imagine this being like a pay to get in, or maybe it even might be some kind of, you know, tokens for each ride. But it seems by there being an entranceway and staff there, you might just pay for everything as you get in. You can see the lighting of the spaceship around there, the orbit ride. I just love the amalgamation of all the different themes. You've got so many different themes and they just blend in so well. You've got spooky, you've got sci-fi, kind of vintage, and then more modern as you head around to Riptide. So yeah, I really love this, and the lighting is just spot on. So we are just going to take a look just from above, from this area, and you can see the biome that it's been placed in is perfect. And that will bring us to the end of the video. You can see that it is on the workshop. If you want to do your own blank version of this, you'll just see that pop up on screen very soon. But I do thank you very much for watching, and I really appreciate you liking the video if you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much to the creator for allowing me to show this. Thank you, Sneak Tags, and I'd really appreciate you subscribing to my channel for more Planet Coaster console videos. It's really appreciated, and I'm so overwhelmed with the support. I'm loving creating videos, and I thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.